Yo, what's up guys? Today I'm going to show you guys my guide to making a 70s type sample from scratch, where the goal is to make something similar to the soul scene back in the 70s at Motown Records. Soulful, catchy and groovy. So the first thing we have to come up with is an idea, and I find the piano the best instrument for this. Since we want to make the melody groovy, try to stay away from more chill and slow sounding stuff like this. Instead, try to take inspiration from songs like this one. When I come up with ideas, I like to make use of different voicings, rhythms, melodies, but for the sound we're going for right now, try to not overdo the complexity of the harmony. Diatonic stuff often works the best. Moving on from the initial idea, we want to expand it more, so we layer over some guitar chords to make it sound more interesting. After the chords, we add a melody line with a wah-wah pedal. Right now we have a good foundation, so the next step is to add a bass line to make it more groovy. The bass line is just following the chords roots and adding small articulations on top of it. Moving on to number 4, the easiest step to making a 70s type sample sounding better is to add chimes. It just makes the melody sound more magical. After the chimes, we want to add another thing which makes the samples feel more authentic, and that is a real drum break. This was just a break I had on my PC, which I cut up to match the groove. To really sell the vintage vibe, we want to add vocal harmonies, so I went to this VST to make a choir sound and combine that with a vocal melody line I have chopped up from Splice. That sounds like this. With all those elements together, the idea of the sample is basically done. But we still miss one step to make the melody sound like an authentic 70s type sample, and that is layering. Layering will make the sample feel full. So the first thing we add to make it have that Motown type of feel is obviously strings. Here I have a few different violin takes layered on top of each other, basically chords and riffs. After the violins, we want to add a brass to make it sound punchy. Here I'm using the Session Horns library in Contact. A good way to add air canopy layering is by playing some harp arpeggios. Here I use the library Harpy in Contact. After instrument layering, we want to move on to more effects oriented stuff. This is something which I didn't do back in the Motown days, but it's something which I feel sounds good and is a personal taste of mine. So I will begin by adding a simple synth swell. After the synth swells, I felt the melody needed a downwards riser for movement, so I added this one. Moving on to the last step, you are basically done already. But the last step is just having fun with the melody, throwing on some drums, adding guitar solos, piano solos, runs, whatever you want, so yeah. The melody is finished and this is what I came up with at the end.
money. why not? I sell a brick on your block. You think shit sweet, but you know not. I'll fuck your bitch in your spot. Young nigga run around too hot. Young nigga burnt out, burnt out. 12 pulling up, so we burnt out. Sweet little bitch, now she turned out.